Greetings, everyone. I'm Arinome Dryas, here to draw and chat. Today, it took way more than a day. I'm painting a landscape with a teal and cyan lake. I started off with a rough color sketch and enlarged that image to a canvas size of 12,000 by 9,600 pixels. At 300 dpi, if you're wondering, that's 40 by 32 inches. My main method of painting digitally is to just make marks over and over again, generally getting smaller as I go. I'll go across the whole canvas once and then come back to spots and refine. I have some brushes picked out for this painting, and I'll pick between them for the most part as I work. Now that you know what I'm doing on screen, I can tell you what brought on this particular landscape. Back in 2022, my dad and I went hiking. At the car, we huddled over his phone, taking a look at the trail map and intense elevation changes. Even in mid-June, the air felt like we were standing in front of an open fridge, trying to pick out what we would have for lunch. Except when my dad and I hike, the lunch seems to always just be a Cliff Bar and an apple. If we're fancy, we have a PB&J too. With our hiking boots on, we set off on the first slope. The ground around the trail was rocky and dusty, with trees spurting up in that not quite even, but well-dispersed way that wild trees have. After a little while, we found a lake right in view of the trail. Trees and rocks crowded the edge of the lake. And sometimes, when you see a lake, you look across and you see a pocket of trees and you wonder, what's going on over there? I always wish there's like an animal meetup, like a Congress or something, but I'll never know. While that lake was a totally perfect view, it was just a random lake, not the duck lake the trail boasted in its name. I asked my dad, "Do ducks live this far up?" To which he responded, "I don't think so." As we climbed, the landscape around the trail changed. No longer was the primary ground covering rocks and dirt. Some little low shrubs spurted up in bright greens. And along the trail, a little stream snaked by, slow and quiet, as it slipped over rocks that it had smoothed over the years. We passed by even more lakes that the stream connected, stopping at a fallen log on one of those bright green patches to take a short rest. Then the trail took us on stepping stones across a pond. The water took on an icy hue, reflecting those bright white clouds above it. And there in that pond was a duck, and a second duck, and a third. My dad and I watched the ducks swim smoothly across the water, adding ripples to the already windswept surface. Yet, this spot that we had found was not Duck Lake. My dad pointed out another group of hikers way above us, and his finger made obvious the snaking trail up a cliff of pure rocks. Not big ones, this was like a tumble of all kinds of medium and small rocks that make up the cliffside. That steep ascent was our only path to the real Duck Lake. And so, in this painting, I have eschewed the actual duck lake for the pond containing actual ducks. I hope you have a nice day and come back for more painting. Toodles!